Hello everybody, my name is Slimo and I officially welcome you to the big one, the Agoro Esports Championships here happening at the Deseret School of Design. Everybody's here for a very strong time, the Esports Summit and the Esports Championships ongoing. You know, it has been an incredible day. We've had a lot of action-packed events. The FIFA tournament has been very, very intense. We'll be bringing you that one shortly where we'll be seeing some of the top FIFA esports players in Ghana go head-to-head in the quarterfinal stage of this tournament. But we didn't even go into that details yet. We have that summit which is ready for you now. An interesting conversation about how esports can develop in the country and how esports can be viewed as a business in Africa as a whole. My name is Simon. Do not go anywhere. After we go for this break, you hear from some wonderful gentlemen about esports in Ghana and where we can go with it. It is the Agoro Esports Championships and Summit coming to you live. Welcome everybody to the Agoro Esports Championships and Summit on this bright Thursday. My name is Slimo, the host for this amazing discussion. I've got three interesting gentlemen here with me, but most importantly, three interesting personalities. I'll be introducing them to you shortly, but this is the Agoro Esports Championships. Everything esports you want to know, Agoro Esports has got you. This conversation is going to be about esports development and esports business in Africa, and I can't wait to tell you who these gentlemen are here with me. Now, on my left, I've got Prince Jefferson, an international tournament director, also a coach, a referee, almost doing everything within the esports system in Ghana. Jeff, you're welcome. And I've also got Mr. Ampao, the man behind Prime Group of Companies, but here we are going to be focusing on the Prime Esports. Mr. Ampao, you're welcome to the show.
And play in game centers all over. I grew up in Kumasi, so Kumasi was a hot place for Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and those times. And we used to organize technology fair and all that, right? And at that time, there were still like pot prizes and all that, but at a very smaller scale because we were still fighting the cultural mindset of is our games actually a career path or not? But now, at least, VGA Esports is really giving us, like, Sly, you are doing so well, branding the whole space, making it something worthwhile for even parents to enjoy, right? When people see guys playing,
Welcome everybody to the Agoro Esports Championships and Summit on this bright Thursday. My name is Slimo, the host for this amazing discussion. I've got three interesting gentlemen here with me, but most importantly, three interesting personalities. I'll be introducing them to you shortly, but this is the Agoro Esports Championships. Everything esports you want to know, Agoro Esports has got you. This conversation is going to be about esports development and esports business in Africa, and I can't wait to tell you who these gentlemen are here with me. Now, on my left, I've got Prince Jefferson, an international tournament director, also a coach, a referee, almost doing everything within the esports system in Ghana. Jeff, you're welcome. And I've also got Mr. Ampao, the man behind Prime Group of Companies, but here we are going to be focusing on the Prime Esports. Mr. Ampao, you're welcome to the show. And finally, I've got Mr. Aaron Terry, the founder of Letty Art, a video game company from Ghana. Mr. Aaron, you're also welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. But first of all, with esports, and I know you guys are really deep-rooted with esports. I'll be starting with Mr. Aaron. Now, you coming into esports in Ghana, how have you seen the esports development in the country like?
Yeah, I think it's been a remarkable steady growth, and I think it's now gotten the recognition as esports because way back in the 90s, you know, we used to gather around television and play in game centers all over. I grew up in Kumasi, so Kumasi was a hot place for Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and those times. And we used to organize competitions in the universities like KNUST during Trade and Technology Fair and all that, right? And at that time, there were still like pot prizes and all that, but at a very smaller scale because we were still fighting the cultural mindset of is our games actually a career path or not? But now, at least, VGA Esports is really giving us, like, Sly, you are doing so well, branding the whole space, making it something worthwhile for even parents to enjoy. Right, when people see guys playing on television and all the shoutcasting and all that, it's come very far, and it's also giving livelihoods to like the masses, the youth. Right, this is an avenue for employment of the masses, right, where people have fun and play. So I think Ghana has come far, Africa has come far, and we are really moving fast to be at par with the West when it comes to esports. So definitely on a positive tangent.
Incredible. Now, you kind of manage the whole Prime group of companies, but let's stick to Prime Esports. How has your journey been like, and how do you think the growth has been like for you?
It's not that easy, you know. It's not that easy when you talk about managing. That things have really changed comparing to years back. I hope you understand me. Yes. Right now, it has and esports have really created opportunity for a lot of the pro gamers. Way back, we couldn't get that opportunity. Yes.
You need artists, programmers, you need musicians, you need marketers, shoutcasters, you need every skill set within the game, because someone has to voice, someone has to draw the character, someone has to draw the environment at the same time. That makes use of every skill set. So in the business of that, you actually create jobs for almost everyone. Then the game that you build itself is also a business on its within the game. Upgrade their players. Buy new environment, expansion packs, right? Change new skins, put local content into it. Like now that gaming is new in Africa, we are now trying to culturalize all the video games. Like you can see Valorant just put a Ghanaian character within Astra within there. Shurima, they brought in an African. So all the old games are revived through culturalization in new markets, which creates the business model for the video games. Then that spawns into the esports. So in video games, you also employ testers. After you build the game, there is a group of people who play the games. Like for us, Letty Arts, we've actually signed some agreement with Play Province to be our testers of our video games. So when we make the game, we give it to a group of testers. At first, they were called testers, but now they are called Play Province, or like a group that's giving them exposure, right? Then they now have to also do competitive gameplay with the game. So though the game is a business on its own, people will download, make money. The company like EA and the rest, or Letty Arts, our games, when we launch our games and you play and you buy stuff in the game, I make money. If you play our games and an advertisement comes up, I make money, right? That is a business model. Then the one who is playing it is now competitively. Then there is can play tournament, and there's a prize pool that comes with sponsorship and all that.
Just like the Agoro Esports.
Just like the Agoro Esports. So that is the eSports. So at some point they decided that, hey, because there's make it into a business. That's why the esports also spawned. So it's a proud moment for me to hear Prime saying that my team. Can you imagine? It's like GFA saying our Ghanaian team. He is also now proud to say my team. You know, he can trade players, he can loan players, all that. So that also creates a business on its own. So competitive gameplay is even now becoming bigger, right? And just launch Candy Crush or Clash of Clans, and you are playing with another friend somewhere. So if Clash of Clans realizes that, hey, Africans are playing the game, maybe let's do Clash of African Tribes, and they release their skin, automatically Supercell starts making money again from the traditional one. It spawns a new group of players who are playing Clash of African Tribes competitively. So you can see the business of it. Both the makers make money, the players make money, and sponsors also make money. So it's a big business. And now, if I should tell you that the gaming industry is bigger than the music, movies, and sports combined.
Wow.
That is how huge the industry is. So if Africa should embrace this, all that I've said, Africa is not part two, because Africa still contributes less than 2% of the global game, the $200 billion revenue. Africa, 1 billion people, we contribute less than 2% of the global game revenue. So imagine the billion people all embracing games. Because US is how many people? Like 300 or 400 million people.
Yeah.
But Africa has 1 billion plus people. Yet we are not contributing to that. So imagine. So I'll just leave the answer there, and then you can answer it yourself.
You have us pondering over that for a very long time. Now let's go to Mr. Alpa. Now, you being the founder and owner of Prime Esports team, and then you trying to tell your players how to make esports a business. Now we know about you going to play tournaments and then you being able to win, but I feel like there's more to it with esports being a business. So what do you tell your players how to make money from esports? Is it content creation? Is it signing deals?
It's very simple, and don't forget, I'm also the director for justice and document of Ghana Esports Association.
Incredible.
And I'm also a logistician. Mostly, I normally actually this one. It's okay. Hello. Yeah, and I normally sell from Dubai controllers, name them, all
Consoles,
games.
everything.
Yeah, aside that, cars and all that. But so one thing I used to advise my players is that there are a lot of avenues, or there are a lot of let's say jobs you can get in esports. One is the shoutcasting, one is the marketing, content creating, video, even doing some music, editing, soundtracking, everything, graphic design, everything. There are a lot of opportunities in it. So I always advise them that if you are